Hey YouTube. It is Friday, June 9th, and I am cycle day 7, I believe. And I started taking ovulation tests as soon as my period ended, which was like 3 days ago. And my cycle was kind of short this time. I had, it started in the evening, next day was super heavy, and then I had sort of a light day, and then a really light day, and then that was it. So anyways, I don't know what that was about anyways, but we're gonna do these really fast. There we go. So we just got back from the swimming pool. Took Brody swimming today, this afternoon, and now he's having his dessert for dinner. Yeah, that's right. He was like, "Can I please eat this?" I bought him a donut, and "Can I please eat this donut?" And I was like, "We should really wait till after dinner." He was like, "I need it." I was like, "You know what? Life's short. Eat dessert first." My best friend in elementary school used to tell me that. Anyways, so okay, I just dipped it. I have found, with pregnancy tests, you can usually dip it, and then if there's going to be a second line, it'll usually show up pretty immediately. But I have found with these ovulation tests, especially, if it's not quite your peak fertile time, that it really takes a few minutes for it to really show up. So I'm just barely starting to see a little bit of a line on this one now, and I'll show you my other ones from the last few days as well. So yeah, we're just, I feel pretty good. I've been having these awful hormone headaches. I'm sure it's related to hormones. I'm getting my thyroid checked again on Tuesday. I was going to do it Monday. Today's Friday. I was going to do it Monday, but I forgot we're having our dishwasher replaced. Our old one broke, so we're having a new one. And so I've got to go on Tuesday instead. So I've been having these awful hormone headaches, and I'm not sure why. So I'm going to get my thyroid checked. If my thyroid's in order, then I'm going to ask my OB if she can check me for, check my estrogen and progesterone blah 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 levels, because though those things, if it is related to that, those things usually correct themselves if my thyroid is in working order. So, who really knows? I just looked, and it's still really, really light, which I expect, but I got a little bit of a darker one yesterday, and I was like, hey, what's going on? So yeah, so I don't know, my hair is all crazy. We just went to the swimming pool, so I'm just, anyway, so yeah, so I'm not really sure, what that surge was about. I know that your hormones can fluctuate throughout your cycle. Like they say, don't use ovulation tests as pregnancy tests, because a lot of women, if they run out of pregnancy tests, they'll just use an ovulation test, since they send you a zillion if you buy them in bulk. And so yeah, so if a woman gets a blazing ovulation, they're like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm pregnant, or da 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 da. And in some cases, if you have a really blazingly positive OPK, sometimes it is a signifier that all your hormones are shooting through the roof, and because in pregnancy that's what happens. But it's still not a reliable indicator. So anywho, yeah, this one's looking really, really negative. I mean, obviously, if it's not the same as, if the control is not the same as, if the test line is not as dark or darker than the control line, it's technically a negative, but this one's looking very light. So, which is perfectly normal, because I'm only on cycle day 7. And this year, you know, I've only been, or my ovulation day has generally been from cycle day 16 to cycle day 19. So cycle day 7 would be crazy early. So, yeah, okay, so I'm going to show you guys really quick. There we go. Okay, so usually I use the front-facing camera to film myself, and now I have to use, these are my ones from the last few days. This is today's, so super light. I use the front-facing camera when I film myself, so I can make sure I'm in the shot. But then it won't flip back if I want to show you guys something. So I guess I could show you like this as well, just to make sure that you did in fact see this. Anyway, whatever. It's negative. This is the point. So, anywho. But this is fun. This is my first time accurately using OPKs, and it, you know, really scratches that itch of needing to like test, you know, like needing that, you know, information. Like, I don't know what the whole piano stick addict thing is about, but you just like have to, what's happening? What's happening in there, you know? And so this really sort of satisfies that. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Nothing new to report, aside from the headaches, which hopefully I'll get figured out next week sometime. So that's all for now. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend, and I will talk to you in a few days. Bye.